Hello, this is Kevin from CryptoMY. In today's episode, let's talk about Cardano price prediction and one more token that I think is very interesting to talk about. So let's stay tuned. So looking at here right now, this is Bitcoin versus USDT chart. It seems like it does a very similar move that what I've mentioned earlier before in my previous video. So if you haven't watched my previous video, let's check out what did I actually talk about in my previous video. This video was made around 27th of August. As you can see here, this is Bitcoin versus USDT chart, and let's look at it, what actually happens. So it could look something like that, whereby it will have a strong green candlestick and then it will start to float until it goes all the way up here. By the time Bitcoin go all the way up here, I could say that the ADA could go easily about $2.90 all the way to $3, or maybe closing above $3 if possible. I believe that more. So I've stated, if Bitcoin really managed to climb all the way up there around the 50,000 range, then most likely you could see Cardano could easily reach about $2.90 all the way to $3, or even going higher and higher. So looking at the Bitcoin chart right now, looking at here right now, you can see that Bitcoin has surpassed 50,000, has almost reached 50,000, but actually it plunged all the way back down again. But you can see at the 4-hourly chart, it seems like the buyer momentum is quite strong. Even looking at the RSI, let me pull the RSI nearer so we can see it clearer. So looking at the RSI, it seems like it's very bullish right now. The RSI is showing above 50, which is around 66. It shows that the buyer momentum is very strong and it's much more stronger than the seller. So you can see that the momentum, the buyers are trying to push the Bitcoin price even higher and higher to go to surpass this major resistance zone. Okay, let's say if we really manage to just close above this, I assume a 51,000 range, then most likely you could see that Bitcoin could go even higher. So you can see, if let's say Bitcoin at the daily chart managed to just close above this 51,000 area, then most likely you could see there is no more resistance right around this area. Then the most nearest resistance zone that you can find, it should be falls around this area, which is around 55,000, all the way to this major resistance, which is 60,000. So most likely, if Bitcoin really managed to close above this 51,000, then you could see the very easily surge all the way up to 55,000. Then most likely you could see hopefully that Bitcoin could close here, closing above this 55,000. Then you could see it rising all the way to 60,000. So that is all about the Bitcoin. So what about Cardano? How is Cardano doing right now? Okay, let's look at Cardano. And surprisingly, as I told you, I have mentioned just now in my previous video, as I stated, if let's say Bitcoin managed to just close above 50,000 or just go all the way up, then you could see ADA should be falling around $2.90 all the way to $3, or maybe closing above $3. So surprisingly, it really closed above $3 right now, just slightly above $3. It managed to just go all the way up to $3.10, but it fails to. Right now it just falls all the way back down. So what really happens is, right now you can see, if I pull the Fibonacci retracement from the highest high to lowest low right here, you can see that the 0.618 line and also the 786 line just break through all the way up, and then red goes all the way to the blue zone, which is a perfect moment. Why? Because looking at the RSI, it seems like it's very bullish, doesn't seem overbought yet. So it still has a momentum to grow even higher. So looking at here right now, my target should be around $3.30 around this area, this blue zone, which is around falls on the 1.618 on the Fibonacci line, which is this will be the next resistance zone. So what I want to see is Cardano might do a slight retracement, fall all the way back down again, because no matter how high you go, man, you will eventually go all the way back down again to do some market correction before it continue to go further up. So it might do something like that, and then it will go all the way up here. Or let's say if you see there is any red candlestick or bearish candlestick closing below this support zone, then most likely you could see that the range, the support zone will be around $2.80. Okay, so Cardano meaning that it might have the potential to fall all the way down to $2.90. Not 100% sure whether it will go all the way back down again, but most likely it's possible. But then in long term, you can see that let's say if it doesn't close below the blue zone, then most likely you could see that the $3.30 range is the way to go for Cardano. But this is just on the 4-hourly chart. So to confirm this, whether the ADA will go even higher or will it really goes even to $3.30, is really depending on the daily chart. Why? Because the daily chart, even though it's now rising above this blue zone, but doesn't mean it's confirmed yet, because you see that this green candlestick is still moving around. So let's say if this daily chart, which is tomorrow, if let's say this candlestick just closed right inside this blue zone, then it could consider as a strong bullish confirmation that it will have a potential to go even higher and rising all the way up to $3.30. Cool. This is my point of view on the Cardano, on the ADA. But looking at the monthly chart, obviously this is a very strong bullish trend right now. You can see how strong is it in ADA. So ADA right now just managed to close and making an all new time high in the history of ADA. You can see ADA have not surpassed anything above $2.70 on this monthly chart, and right now ADA did a very good job just closing right above all this resistance zone, which is a good thing. So I believe that in long run, don't forget about the smart contract is coming, because the smart contract I believe is going to come near the next week, 12 September. So it's stated around 12 September, so I assume it's around 12 September. So let's say once the smart contract of the ADA is released, then most likely you could see that you will see slowly all the developers from other network like ERC20 or other blockchain, they will start to diversify or start to migrate from ERC to ADA smart chain, and this will be the game changer, and that will be the time where ADA will start slowly growing higher and higher, reaching the $5 range all the way to $8 range, or maybe $10. Who knows, $15 might come in future, right? So yeah, that is one thing good about ADA. Okay, so the last token that I want to mention is Polkadot. Actually, I never talked about Polkadot a lot in my video. So today I will slightly mention about Polkadot, because I found it very interesting how Polkadot actually works. So look at the monthly chart right now, you can see this is a very strong bullish reversal pattern. So looking at the weekly chart, you can see this is how strong DOT is right now. Didn't close below this blue candlestick, this blue moving average line, and right now it just rise all the way up, creating a bullish engulfing. So this is a very good thing. Why? Because if let's say our weekly chart next week, if Polkadot managed to just close above here, then most likely you could see Polkadot could reach even $45, making an all new time high easily. Nobody knows, but looking at here right now, you can see this RSI is moving towards the very strong bullish sign right now. So looking at 4-hourly chart, yes, this is what I want to mention. Looking at the 4-hourly chart, you can see this is how strong Polkadot is, because looking at here, you can see it managed to break this resistance zone, and right now you can see Polkadot is now retracing to where is it before it make another big move towards the upwards. So if you want to look into details, look at the daily chart, you can see that this is how strong Polkadot is. So you can see Polkadot has just closed right above this major resistance zone, closing all the way up here, and right now the yesterday candlestick just closed way higher than where is it before. So you can see that here there is not much of resistance zone unless it goes all the way up here to this area. So this area is around $38. So most likely Polkadot right now could go easily to this $38 if Bitcoin continue to rise or cryptocurrency continue to rise. Then most likely I could say that Polkadot could easily go up to $38, or most likely in the next week could go all the way higher, reaching around $50, $48 or $45 easily. Okay, so this is something that we can take note this week or next week. And I think that that's all for today's episode. If you like my episode today, remember to click like, share, and subscribe. Gonna see you guys soon, and goodbye.